Hello, welcome to another Dominion 6 Mod Nation showcase. Today we are taking a look at Middle Age Kelaash, Tombs of the Ancients. This is another, basically, nation that I made in Dominion 3 but did not release because event modding was not a thing, and I decided to actually finish it in Dominion 6 and rework it. It's a semi-free spawn nation that you see that the minion spreads death, there's an increased death limit, and it spawns undead. The undead spawned are not that numerous, probably like around 1d6 per turn, maybe 2d6, and the strength and numbers depend on the minion strength. The more candles you have, the stronger and more undead you get. I wasn't really trying to make it very balanced, but it's probably, well, I highly doubt that this is a very strong nation. It's probably on the weaker side, but maybe you could play it in single player or use it as an AI opponent. Let's take a look at the starting side. It produces 4 Death Gems per turn and 1 Astral Pearl. The units and commanders were mostly taken from Diablo 2, Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, and Might and Magic games. So this is a big mishmash of stuff, also D&D. And let's see. The recruitable units, they are all undead, but they do not have any upkeep. Awakened Dead Minion is basically just a skeleton. Costs 5 gold, has 6 hit points, protection 2, 9 strength, 4 skills, 4 amphibian, pierce resistant, cold resistant, poison resistant, undead, inanimate, need not eat, mindless, never heals, dark vision 100, and has a broadsword. Awakened Dead Soldier, same old guy with higher skills, but actually pretty decent armor for middle age. Rusty Plate Hauberk. Awakened Dead Archer has a longbow, that's not a normal archer. And for 8 gold, they are actually pretty good, even though their precision is only 10. Awakened Dead Hoplite has a long spear and all the other stuff. His defense is not very good, but his attack skill is higher than normal. First Toe. Yes, that's a giant toe. That's a monster from Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. It has no attacks, it floats, it's undead, but the main thing is that it has the Death Curse ability and limited recruitment 2 per turn. This is a monster that you recruit if you want to be a jerk, especially against thugs or some similar attackers. The Sacreds. The Gilded Skeleton can only be recruited in the capital. Costs a lot, is susceptible to shock because, well, gold is a good conductor, fire resistant, cold resistant, has high skills, high protection, but no shield. And another sacred is a Guardian Mummy. Has a mace and a shield, no armor aside from basic protection 6, sacred, poor amphibian, susceptible to fire, cold resistant, poison resistant, undead, inanimate, need not eat, never heals, and dark vision. The commanders, we have lots of them. The Flying Skull is a scout who actually has a head slot, because why not? A flying cheap scout with a bite attack. The Necrophage, that's another scout that also is a reaper that spreads disease and unrest. I'm not sure if I made him too cheap. Awakened Dead Assassin is another stealthy skeleton with assassination. So you have 3 stealthy commanders. Awakened Dead Captain is a normal leader with leadership 60, quite low to be honest. And then we have the mummies. The hollow one. For amphibian, cold resistant, poison resistant, undead, need not eat, never heals, and dark vision. It's not. It doesn't have any wrappings, so it is not vulnerable to fire. That's a good commander. Guardian is an even better commander with leadership 120. Mummy Priest. This one does have wrappings, so it has vulnerability to fire. This is a Holy One priest that has a snake staff. Curse Skull is a Death 1 mage, a flying stealthy Death 1 mage with a Death Curse. So you actually have 4 stealthy commanders. Unraveler. Fire resistant. Death 1 Holy 2. And not much else. Fire Mummy. Astral 1 Death 1. Guaranteed Water Earth Astral random. And susceptibility to fire. Red Dream Ancient. Yes, I felt compelled to use this Diablo monster, but the Heraldic Order was reflavored for the minions. Death 1 Holy 3, guaranteed Water, Astral, Death, Blood random. No fire resistance. That's a cap only slow to recruit mage. And the Greater Mummy, another capital only slow to recruit mage, is an Astral 2 Death 2, guaranteed Water, Earth, Astral, Death random, and a Rare random. It is, however, susceptible to fire. It has a snake staff. Now let's take a look at the summons. We have quite a lot of them, especially if you consider the free spawn. The free spawns come in 5 varieties. The Dried Corpse is susceptible to fire. This is just a slow, weak zombie. The Decayed is a slightly better zombie that is not vulnerable to fire. The Embalmed is vulnerable to fire and is stronger. Reserved Dead still is vulnerable to fire, is even stronger. And Cadaver has Berserker and no vulnerability to fire. They are the strongest ones from the free spawns. Now the spells. In Conjuration 1 you can cast Rotten Bat Swarm. That's a Death 1 spell. For 2 gems you summon 6 plus Rotten Bats. They are weak, but they are numerous and they can fly. In Conjuration 2 you can cast Summon Tomb Guard. That's a Death 2 spell. For 3 gems it summons 1 Tomb Guard. But in Conjuration 4 you can cast Tomb Guard Awakening. That's a Death 2 spell. For 15 gems you summon 5 Tomb Guards. That's who they are. They have Life Drain, Robes, Invulnerable 18, or Amphibian, Cold Resistant, Poison Resistant, Undead, Need Not Eat, Never Heals, Dark Vision. And they're quite strong. Magic weapons became rarer in this game, so Invulnerable became a better trait. In Conjuration 4 you can also cast Summon Tomb Terror. That's a Death 3 spell. For 3 gems you summon 1 Tomb Terror. That's this ethereal floating spirit form being with Death Curse and Spirit Sight that also has the new Dread ability that basically acts like fear but is negated by True Sight and Spirit Sight. And it also has Life Drain. In Conjuration 5 you can cast Summon Phase Mummy. That's a Astral 3 Death 2 spell. For 13 gems you summon 1 Phase Mummy Commander. That's this human-sized mummy with strangulation, amphibian, susceptible to fire, cold, poison-resistant, undead, ethereal, never heals, spirit sight, and blink, so it teleports in combat. And in Conjuration 2 you can cast Reanimate Mummified Ogres. That's a Death 1 spell. For 7 gems you summon 5 plus Mummified Ogres. They are just like ogres, but they are undead and have susceptibility to fire. We also have a whole bunch of heroes, and 2 of them are multi-heroes. First, the Ghost Mummy. I think that's a multi-hero. Yes. Amphibian, cold resistant, poison resistant, undead, need not eat, ethereal, spirit form, never heals, spirit sight. Demonic Skull. Astral 1, Death 3. The demon. And it has a death curse and is stealthy. And it flies. Lightning Mummy. That's Ancient Ka the Soulless, another named mummy from the Act 2 of Diablo 2. The Thunder Whip, Air 2, Holy 2, and Death Curse. Toxic Mummy, Akmel the Cursed, also another Diablo enemy, with a Bane Blade, Death 2, Holy 2, and Poison Cloud, in addition to Death Curse. Radament, that's a multi-hero, Death 3, Holy 2, and not much else. Frozen Decade, that's Creeping Feature, another named zombie. Water 2 Mage, with Chill Aura. Demonic Skeleton, that's Bonebreaker, another Diablo enemy that has Fire 1 and Demon. Mummy Necromancer is... who is that? I think that's a Dungeon Crawl enemy. Astral 2, Death 4, Holy 1. Alright, and that's it. That's all of them. We also have a couple of new pretenders. I mean, more than a couple. First, the Dragon Mummy. Dragon without a breath weapon. Death 2, Fear 15. Invulnerable 20, susceptible to fire, cold resistant, undead, flying, spirit sight, plague carrier, and death curse. Medusa Mumia. That's a D&D monster from a very obscure setting book, Ghostwalk. Has a rating of 2d6 embalmed. Death 2, Regeneration, Poor Amphibian, Fear, Cold Resistant, Poison Resistant, Undead, Need Not Eat, Spirit Sight, Unsurroundable, Life Drain, and Snake Hair. And Awakened Dead, Frost Leech. Water 1, Death 2, Poor Amphibian, Pierce Resistant, Invulnerable 20, Susceptible to Fire, Cold Resistant, Poison Resistant, Undead, Inanimate, Need Not Eat, Immortality with a period of 3 months, Chill Aura, Snow Move, Spirit Sight, and Ice Armor 3. That's basically a racial variant of the Lich. And that's it. I actually had a lot of fun making this nation, even though it's probably not very good. But still, even though I had fun, this is something of a low effort nation. Next time we are going to take a look at something much more interesting, I think. So see you then!